Okay, so Bira Inyan, Ba'avodas Adam, the Tzomoh Nafshi, the Tfilas Osher, that's this Eurer, Dafken in Medina Chareva. Dafken in Midbar Yehuda is the Tzomoh Nafshi, and then came Bakedesh Chazisicha. The Tfilah is, and the assurance is, that likewise Bakedesh Chazisicha, what should be that which I see, behold, and connect to, is not in the Kodesh itself per se, the beauty of Kedusha, but Chazisicha, that it's you, Gilui Atzmus. As we addressed yesterday, this connection to Atzmus higher than a relationship. It isn't about filling lacks, but rather about Yondisava Kadosh Baruch Hu. So what's Ma'ira that is the lack, is the Medina Chareva. But the Yid is Ma'ira that he shalach, it's yours, and you care because you chose to. So we suggested the of Gzor, the decree that it be rebuilt, is that is being ma'ored in this Ava, which is the Mali Menaseicha, like a decree, not that any need, not there's any lack, not that anything is Teifes Mokim, Ma'ich lei, what does God care, one way or another. And from that Darge, Mishom Eritcha, it is Megala that God does care, not because this is a chesar and this is a maila, not because of chesar and maila, but because the Eibishter chose. He decided to choose. B'chiras ha'atzmos, achlotas ha'atzmos. And that the Tfilas Osher, it was the paradox that the Tfilas Osher is all about the Medina Chareva, the place of the real lack. The Moishe that in Yitzir Nasim, B'ri Natzilis, there's no hergish of lack. There's no the Shiras and Malachim are not a plea to the Eibishter to build the environment that's in ruins. It's a very beautiful environment. Gan Eden HaTachten, Gan Eden Elyon. Even the Olam Asiyah Ruchni is a beautiful world. The Medina Chareva is only here. They have no lack. That's the Maisa. But what the lack over here, the Medina Chareva, the Tfilas Osher, is again, he shalach, it's yours.
So Dafka takes an usher in Olam Hazeh to want Mashiach.
Yeah, we have to be an usher, exactly. That we're not lacking anything. Only one thing, your kavanah. Yeah, this is again the Maimon Vata Tetzaveh.
But it's an usher down here.
Yeah, that's the Maimon Vata Tetzaveh. They're coming to America. And not only in Russia, there's Mesiras Nefesh because there was no choice. Now it was a terrible chesaron. Either you walk away from it or you seek to address it. But then, when they came to America, to what's now? Nothing's missing, not begashmis, not baruchnis. So all that's so either the garnished, the Mesiras Nefesh is gone because there's no need for it. There's no lack. So either there's nothing or tfilas osher. So it's Dafka in America, the osher that lacks for nothing, that in the end says, but it's Medina Chareva. Likus is not revealed the matter. Your kavan is not carried out. America is a Medina Chareva. With all of the yeshivas, gashmis, and ruchnis. Medina Chareva, Mashiach didn't come yet. That's the core essence of it all. And now he's going to explain that in the protis in Avodah. So let's begin with Dalet again. What Chaim is suggesting is that the Rebbe says to make, he wants this is to make us all Ashirim. We'll be an Ashir, we're about to have the Tfilas Ashir. Megashmis. Nobody will argue with that. And the Rebbe demanded that too. From the Eibishter and gave it to us too. You know, sometimes just as in Purim Toshin to Zion. This is what we're designed. And all the brachas and amshachas, Yidden should be Ashirim.
Zion, I think.
Purim to Zion, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Just like the Sikh yesterday in the Parsha that the Evet Kanaini, the Rambam says that the Evet Kanaini, that Midas Chassidus, and to emulate the Eibishter is to treat him as an equal. On the contrary, give him food before you eat, even to get the behemoths before the person eats. So the Yirah is to the Eibishter, the Rebbe says there, that we're holding by Evet Kanaini, not holding by the Evet Ivri or the High Madeg of Amma Ivriya. Evet Kanaini is after Befker and Nichelei. Everything we do is B'derech Kabbalah Seil and Skafia. We'd rather be sailing. Even such a matzah, before he eats, before Korbani Lachmi Lishai, before you give me my nourishment, so the Eibishter has to provide the luxuries to every Yid. That's the halal that Rambam is saying. That what he eats, he gives him to eat. And so, not conditional on Avodah. Make us Ashirim and we'll have the Tfilas Ashir. Every day a person becomes a new creation. Restores his neshama, renewed and re-energized. As we say, we thank you that you've restored my soul, life. Elo, before the Vedas Tefillah, the neshama's expression in the guf, the neshama, the presence of the neshama is there, but not the pnimius, not permeating the heart, the mind, and so on. That's what makif means, present, but not suffusing every aspect of the person. But you're there with this atfila, but the whole point of davening is the mizgala neshama b'chinas pnimius, to reveal the neshama, the pnimius, again, vata tetzava, that it permeate consciousness and behavior. As explained, this is from the Rebbe Marash. I told you the story of this sefer once. But the point is that Marash wrote in Biyurim on, like the Tzemach Tzedek did, on the Altebes Maimorim. It was published, but it was falsified. And it was falsified, his Biyurim were taken out. The Koppers, the Chassidim, this is all history. And the Sefer, I don't think you can get it anymore, but it's published, he says, in the order later in Eira Torah of the Tzemach Tzedek in Bereshis. Akoponim, so in the Akdoma, it's quoted often in Chassidus. So in the Akdoma to this Sefer, which is on 3 parshas, the Chatchila, so Pirush Maimer Azal, she explains that the Gemara says, it's a Gemara in Brachas, you shouldn't eat on the blood. So there's all kinds of biurim in nigla, what is meant by upon the blood. One is it's a hint that a person shouldn't daven before you've prayed. A person shouldn't eat before a person has prayed for his blood. You don't eat before you've davened. So what does it mean? He's going to explain it. The Gemara says elsewhere, anyone who greets his fellow before he davens, it's like he built a bomber. He built an altar outside the Beis Hamikdash, which is forbidden to do. This is familiar to you, gents, right? Stay away from a person whose soul is still in his nostrils. His soul's in his nostrils. Why? It's not the rest of his body, because the godly soul. So this is the beer of the Marash, that the godly soul is not fully revealed, so therefore it's like a bomba, an independent Metzias entity from the Eibishter, not bottle. It's kilo bonda, a bomba. Because his neshama is ba'apay. Before he davens, the godly soul is not permeated the person. It's in his nostrils, which means it's there, but not b'pnimius. That's the pshat in the first Gemara. Don't engage my world before you have your neshama has revealed itself in your guf. That's the effect of davening. This is what he's explaining, that the effect of davening is to draw the neshama bepnimius into the body, the mind, the heart, the body. It's only through davening that the neshama illuminates in a pnimistic way. So it comes out, that's adkan, the beer of the Rebbe Marash. Now, v'nimtza, so it comes out, she'ike v'shleimus hayos ad metzias chadasha. So when does a person truly become reborn, a new entity? The guf is the same. What's the metzias chadasha? The neshama. Shaneshama mizgala me'ira b'pnimiyusay. What makes him a new entity? When the neshama completely suffuses him, it happens when he davens. Now going back to Meidani. Many dikavot coming. Even though the chsoren, that when he wakes up from his sleep, so there the neshama is only, as it were, in his nostrils and not b'pnimius. He's a yid, but it's not something that is drawn into his consciousness. Commission is barely, like we said before in the previous maimah, the rungs of tefillah, the shlovim, the rungs of the sulam. It's a general thank you, but not one that's appreciated and detailed and personal. Because he just woke up in the day, I feel the base of Madrege. He doesn't even know what level he's thanking. That's why no name of God is mentioned. It's a general thank you. Not addressing all the blessings in his life and the source above and so on. Only when davening begins again, there's a hidah, but a hidah lavaye. Already he's invoking the name of Hashem, God is creator, and so on. That is the downside, as it were, of Meidani. However, the other hand, Davka Midas Meidani Lefanecho Shebas Cholas Hayom. It's Davka the Meidani of the beginning of the day. That higher than Seichel, he hasn't meditated, he hasn't absorbed it, the mind isn't engaged, the heart isn't engaged. So who's talking here? the simple Yid. Kshurim darga chinailis is connected. The Maidani, this instinctual, thank you, God, comes from the deepest place of the person. The Kudas Hayados, the Nepintel Yid, Pchinis Hayichida, Shalei Shaykh Ba'in Shopagam, V'tumachas V'shalom, that there can be no blemish or impurity, God forbid. It's noteworthy, friends. This is the Rebbe's Yud Aleph ניסן, the Kemaimer. This is one of the Rebbe's strong themes throughout the Nisias, Meidani. You know the story that the Rebbe revealed, it was his favorite tefillah. And then Tovshin Chavav Yiteskista was the whole in Yon Shateres Achsidis that explained Meidani, a landmark, a Sikha, a Kuntras, foundational to understand Bachlal Chassidus, and certainly the Deir HaShavi, the final objective. So as he brings there that there can be no tumah, which is why we say Meidani even before he washed the Naglavasa. As he goes into Seishazel, Ma'ashamiris, Meidani he koydem tilas shadayim. He says Meidani before he washes his hands, Meidayim Tmeis, his hands are still impure. The fee quoting from the Hayom Yom. For Yud Aleph Shvat. It's the Hayom Yom for Yud Aleph Shvat, which is like the Rebbe's day. Yud Shvat belongs to this, the culmination of the Friedrich Rebbe's Nesis. Yud Aleph Shvat is the Rebbe. What does he choose for Yud Aleph Shvat? Meidani. There's also not to be lost on us that it's the dawning of a new day. Geula, Deir HaShavi begins the new day. First of all, a new chapter in history, but more than that, to bring about the ultimate day, the Yom Shekuli Tov. So it all begins, Yud Aleph Shvat with Meidani, Gila Yechida. And this is the Rebbe's theme now on Yud Aleph ניסן, or this Fabrengi, which is in connection with Aleph ניסן. So this is also why Shamiris Meidani Hilaloy Haskar Hashem Mizayin Shem Shenim Chakim. Meidani doesn't make reference to any one of the divine names that once written cannot be erased. Why? Because it's hidden in any name. If you say the thanks that a Jew expresses from the Pintel Yid, or I am a Yid, what does he touch? Not any name of Hashem, but beyond the name of Hashem. Latzmusi is barach to his essence, the leitfis b'Shem that cannot be grasped in a name, leisramus not even alluded to with any letter or stroke of a letter. That the Yid connects before you, unqualifying, that by not qualifying by any level, because it's beyond any level. Lefanecha daike mamash you alone. So l'chayre, it comes out that Meidani is the highest. She's going to explain that this is Take. Meidani in the morning is like the Medina Chareva. Nothing's there. You got to learn, daven. We'll see it. Let's see how the Maim explains it. But the matter is, Redemption is barely hell. Just like we said before, Shadavke b'mayim with the matzah with the Bedina Charev. That's Davke in the Midbar Yehuda, in the state that's in ruins. That's Ma'oyer, not just fix it, but reveal you such that it's beyond fixing, beyond chesrenes and miles. But what's Ma'oyer? That's the Bedina Chareva. What's Ma'oyer? That it's about you. In other words, as we said, in the higher Olamas, there's nothing missing. So life is good. Here, life is not good. Things are missing. But this, once a Jew is open to something is missing, then this leads him to not just missing because this place is in a state of ruin. What's missing is the fulfillment of your kavan. as soon as the Jew gives a kvetch and a sigh, that it's not the way it should be, because he's an neshama and the part of Hashem. What he's really expressing is what's missing. It's missing you. I'm missing. It's but I mean, someone sent me the thing, so I watched it. But there's a famous comedian by the name of Jerry Seinfeld, yeah? I've never seen a episode of it. I'm not a mikzadik, I just... this clip was sent to me. So you saw this going around now. I didn't know someone's interviewing him. I don't know who that person is. About him, so he says that he likes complaining. Basically, that was the point. He likes complaining, finding fault. Goes on vacation. It's funny, it's satirical. His wife doesn't understand that that's what he's enjoying. He's enjoying the he knew it's not gonna be good in vacation. It's funny, but really, he's touching on a very deep neurosis, as it were, that every Jew has. There's something missing. No matter how good it is, something is missing. What's missing? The kavanah, the Eibishter's rotzen. That's really what this is. Really,
a perfectionist, but not inside himself.
Even when it's perfect, it's not going to be good enough. Why? Because then it's it's good now, but tomorrow it's going to be destroyed again. He's never satisfied. This is a Jewish thing. Even when it's good, he's always already worried when it's not going to be good. Why? Because the shleimus is not. It's good to get better. What the Jew is really seeking is gilui atzmos, as Manas Friedman put it. That every Jew is running around like he was running his appointment. Doesn't know with whom, where, what, but he's always got to be somewhere. He's driven with this. The next thing. Nothing ever satisfies in the end, because it's only when the kavanah, atzmos, is a real lamata. That's the real menuch. This is what we're seeking all along.
So when you learn Chassidus, you understand why Jews are complainers.
Yeah.
Shkoyach.
Yeah. Because deep down the complaint is admasai. That's really the root of it. It's medina sheloch. It's your world, Eibishter, v'yichareva, gzor shetibona, and that your presence be revealed and your kavanah be fulfilled. That's really what's driving all of the dissatisfaction. I mean, the Jews have been at the forefront, if not the actual instigators of all the revolutions in life, in the world, in history, to fix the world. It's not good enough. Capitalism is no good, and democracy. This is what's driving the Jew in the end. Which is why after it's been achieved, still no good. Every Yid wants Mashiach. Mitzad Mashiach, mitzad the Eibishter. That's what drives. And he's saying, as we're going to say now, that's Be'emes the Meida'ani, expressive of that. This instinctual, you, lefanecha, it's about you. It's inside the mind. So because that's what we said before. So the dafka the mind the matzav medina chareva yesh not tefillah. So here's where the tefillah's osher, which is not about me, but the tefillah shetibone bebechinas binyan adi ad. It's about you. You build it al yedei amshachas atzmos, by you being revealed in it. Not you stay where you are and build the Medina. No, you build it by you being revealed there, because this is your kavanah. So he says now, Kain or Gamba the whole yom. So likewise, the Aveda every day. Shedav kekishene mission also. Nobody the converte, friends. Stav when he wakes up from his sleep, it's just bechinas makevit. He hasn't brought it down in seichel. He hasn't engaged himself. Al derech bedugmas Medina Chareva, like a Medina Chareva. He's not active. Nothing's moving. The mind isn't engaged. The heart isn't engaged. The limbs aren't moving yet. He is lying there. Hello. Who's there? The Yid. What do you have to say? Nothing. Not yet. I mean, the gears didn't kick in yet. The instinct, the pure instinct. So then, yesh na iskashus, the beginnes hayichida. So who's saying Maidani there? The seichel. He's not thinking. The seichel hasn't kicked into gear yet. Hasn't revved up the engines yet. So it's yichida. It's the pintele yid that's speaking, and is bound up in matzmusa yizbarach shalamayim b'shemus, connecting to the essence, the Eibush to beyond Shem Havayim, Shem Elikim, and all the other 5 names, the holy names of Hashem that express meditative levels of Giluyim and so on. But it can't stop there, because he's going to get up and he's going to get engaged. So now the trick is bring that Meida Ani, bring it down into, live with it, mind and heart, behavior, the way you talk, walk. That's the Avodah now. That's what davening is. As the Rebbe Rashab said, you're going to take that. There's a point. There's a pintala. That pintala we have to make spread now the whole day. It should spread and its effect should be seen. Again, to connect the Yechida with my consciousness, with my behavior, and illuminate the world with it. That's what davening is. Davening is that link, to be mamshich, for the levels of davening in the madregas, we're being mamshich. See, what he's saying really is that conventionally, so we start here davening, and the ladder getting closer and closer. Remember, you're starting with you're already starting with the connection. What's the ladder? To reveal it. Stronger, higher, deeper. But you start with the connection. I am a Yid. So we say tefillah is melashon iskashrus, ha'teufel keli, gluing together pieces of a keli. Naftuli likim niftalti, she said. Leah, my husband will join to me. She called him Naftali. So it's not like before you're separate, now we're joining. The connection is there. So what am I joining? I'm joining my body, my consciousness, my seichel, my heart. I'm joining that, connecting to the real me, which at the moment of Maidani is just pure. It's like Medina Chareva. What's Charev? Seichel. Everything else is not working yet. So I've got to bring that Nekuda into to permeate the whole structure of the person, mind and heart, behavior, hands, feet, everything, all 613 components of the guf and of the nefesh, which is not Yechida, the 613 Taryag Evorim, Sakidim Gashmi Varuchni, that should all be permeated with this Nekud of Maidani. Let's finish the paragraph.
So in Moidani, you have a connection as high as...
Huh?
So in Moidani, we have a connection that is as high as Shema?
Higher.
Higher than Shema?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Moidani is the I am a Yid, the Chelik Alakami Mal Mamish Mamish. And then the Shema, Shvanessa, everything is just revealing it greater and greater and greater. So Shvanessa is even more than Shema.
So according to this, the Moidani is a Tfilas Osher.
Yeah.
Chura.
Yeah. It's easy to what he's saying, but it can't stop there. But the Moidani is the Tfilas Osher. Yeah. Poshet, he wakes up in the morning. You wake up in the morning, I need this, I need that. He hasn't even thought about his day and the bank and the bit. He hasn't engaged yet. So thanks for bringing this up to think this through further. When he's saying thank you, Maidani is a thank you. It's not a thank you for chesroinus. Thank you because I have, Baruch Hashem, I got my health and I got wife and children. That's later. So this thank you is not chesroinus. What is the thank you? I'm a Yid. It's deeper than any chesron. It's I'm a Yid, and that touches Atzmusa Yisborech and draws on
it's not even about himself. It's all about Hashem.
That's Maida Andi Lefanecha. He's saying, Haida. But what's the thank you? I'm a Jew. Why am I a Jew? It's thanks to you. It's obvious.
The first word is Maida. It's all about him.
First word is Maida, but what's the thanks? What's the thanks? The thanks that I'm a Yid and you're the Eibishter. You want to add, complete it. But that's already too many words already. It's this deep instinct, but it's saying that. Okay, let's just finish the paragraph. Then we'll. Good morning, David. Hello, Shabamiris. You don't mind? We're just finishing the previous year, huh? Steve, you okay? You listen? No, you're not. You listen to, you'll gain. Hello, Shabamiris. Meidani baschola sayoyim. But Meidani, the Jew says at the beginning of the day, this instinctual connection to the very essence of God. It's there, it's present, it's expressed, but it's not internalized. But then comes Avodas HaTefillah, the whole point is that I'm a Yid should now be seen in every aspect of his life. His heart, mind, behavior, etc., all his engagements. And then he becomes a new entity. Now he's built up. He's a new entity. This is the Gzor Shetiboneh. Atzmos is present, but reveal your presence. That he should serve the Eibishter with this awareness, with this devotion the entire day. The Beis HaKnesses, the Beis HaMedrash, so he goes from shul, and then he learns, as the Gemara says, that's the someone who does that is muftach, shir ne'elam haba. The Gemara says, "V'ad lahanig ben minach derech." It's the shit of not Rabbi Shimon Yochai, but the Chachamim. The Jew has to go out in the world and make a parnasa, and he brings the Maida Ani into every aspect. First his learning, and then his behavior in the world, and so on. So this is the Medina Chareva that's being built up by what? By Atzmusa Yisborech. In Avodah that means by my Pintaliyid. That I am a Jew should be seen in every aspect of his life. That the non-Jew sees it. This is the way a Yid talks. This is the way a Yid conducts in business. It's different. This is the way he eats. His sense of humor, his jokes, they're different. In every aspect he sees the I'm a Yid. Okay. Now,
Thank you very much, the Shabbos.